linebacker is looked at as the quarterback on the defensive side of the ball, so it's a unique and special position.
A lot of people say, well, we got some linebackers can run a 40-yard dash in 4.4 seconds or something. And I'm thinking to myself, if your linebacker's got to run 40 yards, something's gone wrong.
It's a different kind of player now. When I played, it was a lot bigger linebackers inside.
That position is about a guy that's physical and athletic all in one, being able to attack and cover. The guys that I've had an opportunity to play with here at that position have all been very, extraordinary.
Yeah, the linebacker tradition here at CU is unbelievable. It's one of the main reasons I came here. I remember them calling it Linebacker U.
Colorado is known for linebackers. Everywhere you walk around, whenever you walk around the facilities, it's all about the linebackers, and we done put a lot of linebackers in the league. So when I became a linebacker, because I actually was a safety, I kind of embraced the tradition and try to live up to all the great linebackers that came before me.
I remember first coming in knowing that it was our job to continue the legacy, and I'm glad I've been a part of it. It's been a blessing.
The reason I came into play here is because, I found out about the linebacker core and how great it was, and the guys that played here, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be a buff.
Getting guys in who understand the specialness of that tradition. Every time they walk into that door in that linebacker meeting room, that they have a chance to be a part of history and help build that. Again, I came here not to ride the top of the wave, but to help build that. And we need guys with that same mindset to join in, who want to be a part of something special, help build something special, not just join in when it's easy, but actually be the builder of that.
And if we can continue that tradition here, then we're going to stop people. And you got the coach to do it in Cabral.
If you've been coming to games since the 1970s, or you've been watching Colorado football for 40 some odd years, then you know the name Brian Cabral.
Brian Cabral has coached hundreds of young men, hundreds of people, and crafted them from boys into outstanding young men, people on this wall, people doing everywhere, doing great things. It's a privilege to be a part of that.
I feel like I represent every Buffalo buff that wore that helmet. I get to be on the sideline. I get to be in practice. I get to be in the meeting rooms. I get to be in the coaching staff rooms. And I feel like I'm representing so many different people.
Coach Cabral is one of the greatest coaches I've ever had. He definitely makes you earn your playing time and earn his respect. And I've never wanted to play harder for anybody.
Brian Cabral is like fresh driven snow. He's pure. He's the best possible guy that you could have around those caliber of players. He's going to bring out the best in them, not only as a player, but also as a person.
First thing is he's got tremendous credibility. He was a great player here and a great player in the pros. And then he's been here for 20-some years.
He's been integral in our successes as a player and integral in our successes here as a staff and a team and a program. And he just represents the linebackers and represents Colorado football.
Brian Cabral, to me, is the consummate buff. He is the consummate coach. He is the consummate representative of the University of Colorado. He is always on point. He is always intense, but laid back in the same breath. And I don't know how he's able to do it.
It's not a coincidence why Colorado has turned out so many good players at the position. We're fortunate enough to have Cabral as our coach. He teaches technique. He teaches you how to play. I think we'd all say we might not be the greatest athletes in the world, but we had the greatest coach, and he got us where we ultimately wanted to be.
He remembers everyone that came before him and everyone that he's coached and been here. So he will communicate to these young men our whole tradition.
Having a coach who had been in the NFL, who gave me those experiences, who gave us some of those experiences that he had, was also instrumental in me understanding how to be successful at that next level. I would not have had the opportunity to be in the NFL if it was not for Coach Cabral.
He is one of the main reasons that so many guys have stayed in touch and in contact with the University of Colorado, because he is the lineage to so many different generations of Colorado football players.
I always feel like Coach Cabral loved me. And coaches often pay lip service to those kind of things, but I always felt like he had a genuine concern for me. And sometimes that was tough love.
He's a guy that's a motivator. He's tough. He believes in CU. He believes in the tradition of CU. And he's a guy that really walks the walk.
He's a smart coach. He knows technique, and he can adapt to anything. He grows with the game.
Coach Cabral has taken it to a new level. It was always about excellence and being hard-nosed and versatile linebackers, and they're just tough guys, tough, talented guys, so I feel honored to be with them.
Every guy comes to you with a different story, a different background, and to see them flourish, to be a part, and hopefully, you know, my goal as a coach is to be able to influence and impact their lives in a positive way. Who I am is because of, you know, what Colorado football made me, and I feel very, very fortunate to be able to give back something that was given to me.
I grew up in Boulder. I watched Brian Cabral play, and I knew about him. He had an impact on the kids in the community starting back in the 70s, and then when I came back to Colorado, it's his life that influences more than anything. The way he lives, the way he goes about things, and who he is. And Brian Cabral is just a true buff.
For me, it's a lot more than just coaching. For me, it's about who they are, where they come from, where they're going, what they're capable of doing, what they're capable of being. That's the joy of coaching.
If I had a son, I would want my son to play for Brian Cabral, for Coach Cabral, because I know that he's going to coach them the right way, and he's going to make sure that they are solid citizens and better men.
You know, I feel like as a player, you know, I'm a part of that, and it was because of guys before me, and to be able to coach the guys behind me means a lot. When you see guys like Alfred Williams and Chad Brown and Barry Remington, Joe Romig, holy cow.
Romig is legendary, you know. It starts and stops with Romig. When you talk about the tradition of linebackers at Colorado, you got to start with Romig.
Jordan Dizon, he was just a great playmaker and had instincts for the football like I haven't been around.
Coach Cabral himself and playing for the Bears and what he did and winning Super Bowls is definitely one, but you've got Ted Johnson, Matt Russell, who was actually came back and helped coach when I played there in 2001, 2002, was always an idol of mine.
Matt Russell, I think about a guy that, man, loves football, loves every part of it, you know, loves the practice. He loves the blood, the sweat, the tears, just loves the game.
Alfred Williams had unlimited potential. He wasn't lacking in anything. He was rugged, he was mobile, he was smart.
Chad Brown, one of the most athletic guys that I've ever coached.
Sean Tufts, he was just one heck of a football player. And he was physical, he was tough, he could run, and loved to play the game of football.
Remington's the salt of the earth. He helped us put this place on the map. We'll always be indebted to Barry Remington.
Ja'Shawn Sykes was a great leader. He was one of those guys you could always count on, and a dynamic football player, and just a great young man.
You know, you got guys like Ted Johnson. You know, Ted Johnson played a long time in the NFL, and was probably for a big man, was one of the most athletic guys.
Playing with guys like Ja'Shawn, playing with Sean Tuff, the guys learned from. Then the guys like Jordan Dizon after me that came on, you know, like Canavis McGee's from Houston. Part of the reason why I came to Colorado.
McGee is the kind of guy you want to go to war with. He's going to be the last guy standing.
Mental toughness, physical toughness, boy, I don't know they get much tougher than Greg Biekert. You know, was just a tough, rugged that guy.
Like Alfred Williams, McGee, Canavis McGee. You can say Matt Russell. Those guys was great players here, and they had a great career, went on to the NFL, and did great things there also.
You know, this is an all-time tradition, you know, and we've had a lot of success lately with some great linebackers. And so you know, they're Buffaloes, they're Buffs.
The time here was just a great experience, being on campus, coming to be a part of a team that really loves, you know, the tradition of the Colorado Buffaloes. And I mean, what could I say? It was great. It was great. Working with Coach Cabral, it was awesome. I got an opportunity to learn a lot from him, and now, you know, I'm coaching myself, so and having a great time with it.
This university has meant so much to me, and the student body has been outstanding, and then the University of Colorado football team was so important to me in my growth, and then the linebackers as a unit. We were so we were so together, and we played with fierceness and competitive spirit that it made sense that all of us would excel. And for the guys who got a chance to play a lot on our teams, we all got a chance to play in the NFL, and that was something special.
You know, I was lucky enough in the NFL to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers, which have a great linebacker tradition. You walk in there, and Jack Lambert's coming to walk in the locker room, and Jack Ham, and I'm playing next to Kevin Green and Greg Lloyd. I go to New England, and I'm sitting in the meeting room with Junior Seau and Teddy Bruschi and Mike Vrabel, and I come from this. So to have such special experiences in my stops in the NFL, and particularly here, I feel as if I've seen the greatest linebackers in the world and played on some of the greatest linebacker corps, whether it be in college and the NFL. It's a special part to be a part of all those.
It's very special. I know I can say if I went back to high school, there's nothing I'd change. I wouldn't entertain any other ideas. I'd come right back to Colorado. I'd come right back to play for Cabral.
When you're 18 and you're leaving home, you know, you would hope that you would go into a situation in college that makes you grow as a man. I think I'm truly blessed because I ended up with being with a lot of teammates that wanted the same things I wanted and helped me grow and mature, not only as a ball player, but as a man. The simplest way to be able to say it is that once you sign on the dotted line to come to Colorado, you're a Buff for life. There are no former Buffs. You're always a Buff, and that's what makes it special.